Hey guys, I'm back. I've got another project today. I'll be using this router jig that I made a couple weeks ago to cut out some circles for this project. So that'll come in handy. I needed one of these to do this project, so I've been holding off on it for a little while. And I'll be also using this big piece of wood from the piano I took apart. I used most of the wood for a TV stand that I made. But this is one of the pieces that is left, and I'll be taking a small chunk off of this to make that project today. What I'll be making today is a cat dish. Now, we kind of have a weird cat, and he really likes mixing his food into his water and making a mess with it, and then he likes to spill his water. So almost every morning I get up, the water will be spilled all over the floor, and there'd be a ton of his food in his water. I don't know if he thinks it tastes better that way or what, but that's what he likes to do. So I'm trying to make something that will fix this, where he won't be able to push his water around and he won't be able to mix his food with his water. Alright, so here's the plans for my cat dish. It's really simple. I'll cut a piece of wood about 16 inches by 8 inches. It doesn't have to be exactly that. I might go a little bit smaller. And then just cut out these 2 holes with my new circle jig that I have. Then I bought 2 bowls for this dish, and I'll cut out the holes right below it, the same diameter of those bowls. And then I need to install a divider so that he cannot mix his food with his water. And then here's the top view of it, and like I said, the size doesn't matter as much. It really depends on the bowls you choose, so I'll be adjusting that size if I need to, depending on the size of my bowls. Right now I'm just trying to find the center of these circles. I'm using a tool that I made to do that, and once I find those centers, I can cut the pilot hole that I'll need for my circle jig. You want this hole to be drilled all the way through the board and straight too, so that you can cut from both sides. This is a pretty thick board, so I might need to flip it over and use the circle jig on either side. So that will be helpful to have the hole all the way through and straight so that both holes line up. A little trick that I found is if you cut a piece of styrofoam to go under the board, it will save your workbench instead of the blade going through all the way through the wood and cutting into your bench or something else. The styrofoam will protect that and give you a little space that you can go through the wood without damaging anything. After using this several times, I found that it's really helpful to screw down the piece and put a couple screws in each circle you're cutting out. That way it's really stable, easy to cut, and once you get all the way through, it's a lot safer because it's holding everything down. Alright, that's as far as my router bit will go into this wood, so I'll need to flip it over and start cutting from the other side. Alright, I've got the 2 holes cut out. They look really good. Now I just need to clean up and round off the edges a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to use my circle jig to cut the divider as well. Alright, so I cut this piece of wood a little bit longer than I need it to be. That way I could drill the pilot hole and screw it down without messing the finished piece up. So now I just need to cut off the excess. To finish this wood, I'm just going to add a generous coat of boiled linseed oil to protect and seal the wood. I'm going to real quick add these feet with felt on them. My cat likes to push things around, so if he does, I don't want it to scratch our wood floors. These feet will help protect that wood from scratching. Alright guys, here's the finished piece. I really like how this looks, but it also works really well. We've had it about a week, and he hasn't been able to get a single piece of food in his water yet, which is awesome, and he hasn't been able to spill his water at all. So I think it's a success, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.